I'm Susie from Women's Fight News, sponsored by Champions Memorabilia, and I'm here today with Australian boxer Caitlin Lodge. So thank you very much for joining me. And how are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Good, and thank you so much for joining me so early.
That's all right.
It's 6:30 a.m.
6:30, yeah, and we're on the way to Sydney Airport.
Okay, yeah, super early. Where are you off to?
We're off to Melbourne for 2 days to go sparring, just getting ready for fight night.
It's nice. Who are you sparring?
One of Barry Michael's girls. So last fought on the No Limits show in Queensland.
Great. You're getting in lots of nice sparring because I've seen that you've been sparring Ella as well, Ella Boot.
Yeah. I've had some really good sparring partners. We started with Anya Priest and then Ella Boot, and now we're going to Melbourne. Yeah. Hopefully, ACT's on the cards in 2 weeks' time. So
your debut is going to be on the 10th of September in Sydney.
Yeah, the 10th of September at West HQ.
And for your actual debut, you're actually going for a title, aren't you? The WBL World title.
Yeah, so we're going for the WBL World title, which is a bit exciting. So
and it's a super welterweight.
Super welterweight, yeah.
And it's against Connie Chan. So how would you feel about her as an opponent?
I'm actually excited. I watched her fight on the No Limits card a couple of weeks ago. So I think with the training I've been doing, I've had that advantage to watch her, see what she does, and I'm practicing everything that I need to be doing on the night. So I'm feeling pretty good.
And how does it feel to have such a big fight for your debut, because you're going to be main event as well?
Yeah, I'm very excited about that. I get nervous sometimes, but I'll be ready.
Have you got everything sorted, like you know what ring walk, song, outfit?
Yeah, I've had the same ring walk song for all 7 amateur fights. So we'll stick to that one. No changes there. And my outfit, it's on its way. So that'll be super exciting.
And you've already talked about your sparring and how that's gone. How's the rest of your training going?
It's really good. It's completely changed from the amateurs. So we're going out and about a lot more. The training days are harder but shorter. So we get it all done. But yeah, I'm feeling heaps fitter. Everything we're doing is working in my favor because I feel it in sparring. Yesterday I trained, on Tuesday I was training with Harry Garside and Ella Boot, and to keep up with them, it must be working.
You've been through this it's been so quick for you, hasn't it? Because it's been, what, 2 years you've been boxing and you've had this 7 fights and now you're going pro?
Yeah, so it's all happened very quickly. With COVID and everything, we just smashed out a few fights as soon as we could. And here we are. So, yeah.
What made you take up boxing 2 years ago?
I joined BoxFit Gym at Windsor 2 years ago just to lose some weight and get fit. And then my coach said, how about trying boxing? So I gave it a go and I had 1 fight and kept going. Loved it.
And you won all 7 of your fights, haven't you?
Yeah. So I think the first one was at Windsor, and that's the one that got me addicted to this sport. That was a good win. And then the rest just followed.
And for anybody who hasn't seen you fighting, how would you describe your fighting style?
Different to everyone else. I'm very excited. I'm very entertaining fighter. It's all about power. We're learning technique as we go, but a very exciting fighter. Going for that knockout, not the points.
Because I was going to say your nickname's Wild Thing, isn't it? So is that how you got your nickname?
Definitely. You'll see a few wild punches in my fights, but yeah, we're working on that.
You're not the only sort of sporting star in your family, I understand. Your brother's NRL player. So
Yeah.
how does he feel about you doing this boxing? Is he very supportive?
Yeah, he is. Obviously he has his own career that he requires him to train every day. And he's always lived in another state up until now. But he's always calls, always checks in. He's trying to get me fights as we're trying to get me fights. Teeing up, sparring, training together when we can. So it's good.
That's nice, because then he gets the mindset, doesn't he then?
Yeah. And I get obviously the mindset of him. He's training day in, day out and has been for a very long time. So, and he knows what the pressure feels like. So it's good to have him around.
Is he gonna be there fight night?
He'll be there fight night.
And I suppose, because it's local for you, you're gonna have quite a crowd there for you.
Yeah, they're gonna cheer the roof off that building. There's sold a lot of tickets already, and there's more still selling. So it's gonna be one hell of a night.
And it's going to be on Fite TV, which is exciting as well.
Yeah. So I just saw the poster come out for that. So anyone can watch and everyone can watch.
Yeah, so around the world, yeah.
Yeah, pay-per-view, I think it was $29.99. But yeah, it's on Fite TV.
Brilliant. So everyone should tune in, because what a night of boxing for around the world, because obviously it's the same date as the big fights in London, which is great because people can tune into you and tune into that and have just a real great day of women's boxing.
Night full of boxing, yeah. Be good. Such an honour to fight on that show and for that belt.
And in terms of, obviously you don't want to look past your debut, but what's your sort of fight plans, your future fight plans?
We do want to fight on the No Limits card next. There's a girl, Kate McLaren. So hopefully that'll be my next fight after the 10th of September. So, but anything can happen and we'll take whatever. As long as my coach says I'm ready.
And that's a great fight, Kate McLaren.
Yeah, hopefully that comes off and we'll see how that goes.
Just talking about generally, sort of the hot topic in boxing, women's boxing, is 2 or 3 minute rounds. What's your take on that?
I'd happily do either. I'd prefer 2 minute rounds, but more rounds. I noticed the girls here in Australia only get the 4 rounds on TV, but I'd prefer the more rounds. So 6 to 8 rounds.
I've noticed it in Australia a few times. I only notice it in Australia that sometimes you have like a random number, like 3 rounds or 5 rounds, whereas usually it's sort of the even numbers elsewhere.
Yeah, I think a lot of the girls were getting draws. So the way to stop that was give them an uneven amount of rounds.
I hadn't thought of that, actually. No one's explained that to me, but it makes sense, actually. I can see how that could happen.
Yeah, so I watched a lot of fights and it was all draws. So I think they started trying to change it up.
That's interesting, definitely. In terms of boxing inspirations, is there any boxers that inspire you?
Mike Tyson. I love to sit there and watch Mike Tyson. Just his power. That's more my kind of fighting style. So, yeah.
Exciting, fan-friendly style.
Yeah.
Touching again on the 10th of September, the big fight in London, because you're sharing that date, I want to see your opinion on what you think is going to go down in those fights. So I might ask for some fight predictions. So who do you think is going to win out of Shields and Marshall?
I I don't know. We'll go Marshall.
Any reason? How do you think she's going to win?
I just like him to win.
How do you think she's going to win? Do you think she's going to have a knockout or points?
Points.
Points.
No points.
Okay. And Maya and Baumgardner.
Gardner.
Okay. And again, knockout or points?
Points. We'll go points. Yeah.
We'll come back to this on the 10th. We're like, did you get it right?
Yeah. All right.
And in terms of, obviously, boxing's your life at the moment. You live and breathe it. But have you got any other interests outside boxing?
Not really. It's all boxing. I still work 2 days a week at my work. So if I'm not boxing or doing something for boxing, I'll be at work. So that's my life at the moment. Otherwise, yeah. Eat, sleep, train, repeat.
Brilliant. Well, it's been so great to talk to you, and have a safe trip across to Melbourne, and the best of luck for the 10th of September.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much. Thanks, see ya. Bye.
Thank you for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit like. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any future content, and why not check out any other videos on the channel. You can follow Women's Fight News on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.